coverage, and today we hear from Republican Congressman Gresham Barrett.
Good evening, folks. I'm Gresham Barrett. I'm running for the governor of South Carolina. I want to share a little bit tonight of my vision for South Carolina, but before I do that, I want to tell you what I believe. First, I believe in God, and I know with Him all things are possible. I believe above all else in the sanctity of life, and that we as leaders have to do everything we can within our power to protect that life. I believe that innovation, not taxation, is the way we solve our energy problems, and that South Carolina can be and should be the nation's leader when it comes to energy independence. I believe in the Second Amendment, the Constitution of the states, and the Constitution of this great state. I believe in spending your taxpayer dollars wisely. I believe that your health care decision is best left to you and your doctor, not some bureaucrat sitting behind a desk in Washington, D.C. I believe in hard work, personal freedom, devotion to family, and service to country. And I believe collectively together we can take South Carolina somewhere where she's never been before. I remember growing up in Westminster, South Carolina. My dad had a mom and pop hardware furniture store right on Main Street in Westminster. My first job was coal bucket boy. I was tasked to make sure that the old farmers could stay warm at night. My dad taught me hard work. He taught me character. He taught me the importance of giving your word and keeping it. And he taught me something else: service above self. Out of all the experiences I've had in my life, nothing has prepared me more for being governor of South Carolina than having that small business experience. I understand what it's like for the government to give and take away. I know what it's like to deal with the rules and the regulations, the banks, the customers, your employees, and worrying whether you can put food on your table. And I also learned one other thing, that if you're going to succeed, you have to have a plan. You have to know where you're going, and we do that for South Carolina. It's a plan called Putting South Carolina Back to Work. It's an 8-step common sense business principle plan of how we're going to turn this state around. It has comprehensive tax reform so we can have a system that's fair, that's flatter, that encourages businesses and industry to come into South Carolina. It overhauls the Department of Commerce, making sure that we emphasize business recruitment and development. It has a long-term plan for our infrastructure, our roads, our bridges, our water, our sewer, where we're going to put them, how we're going to pay for them, and how it's going to be effective for South Carolina. And it also emphasizes energy, of how South Carolina can be and should be the nation's leader when it comes to energy independence. Ladies and gentlemen, our best days are still ahead of us. I believe that with all my heart. And collectively, we can take South Carolina somewhere where she's never been before, where our sons and daughters can graduate and take jobs in Westminster, South Carolina, or Columbia, or Charleston, not Atlanta or Charlotte, where the next job is literally across the street, not across the nation, where small business and entrepreneurs are the heart and soul of this economy, not government. For the last 7.5 years, I have been blessed to be your United States Congressman. I would be honored and blessed to be your governor. Tonight, I ask for your support, but more than that, I ask for your vote. Thank you very much for your time. God bless.